we've been given love, and this love is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be enjoyed by people who are ripe enough for that love. It's not supposed to be done actually joking around with it. Sometimes you realize that you've been left by your girlfriend, you've been left by your boyfriend, but actually that is life. You realize that you are not the first person to be left. You are not the first person to actually experience that heartbreak. Several people have actually got an heartbreak in life, and it should not be the end of life. It is normal. Several people have had those challenges that you are going through as a young person. As a young person, my message today, I would like to tell you that what you are going through today is what actually everybody has gone through. Just because of this technology that has destroyed young people, in that many people actually right now they are getting messages that are not supposed to be for their age. In that, because they have that smartphone, they can actually access to other things that is not supposed to be at their own age. For my own case, you realize that I got my smartphone when I was in second year. But right now, you'll find there is somebody in standard 8 who has a smartphone. That person is going to WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all those things that I personally go through right now. I normally go through those social media. But actually, it's not supposed to be for that person who is still young. You want to go, you are chatting with your girlfriends, you are chatting with your boyfriends, as if that is the end of life. What you are supposed to be doing right now is that you are supposed to be engineering your life to go to a greater level, not actually to settling for these things. In fact, what you are doing right now, you think that it is the end of life. Where you are right now is where we were when we were of your age. Our age actually had several things that were supposed to be done. If I had actually concentrated so much in these life matters, I would not be here today talking to you. I would not have learned even this English that you can listen from me right now. Because what I did, I concentrated on my studies and I concentrated on my life during that time. Yes, no problem with socializing. We should socialize. We should actually interact with people, but it should be an interaction. That is why you find out that we have ladies who are dropping out of school. You have people who become parents, who are fathers when they are still in school. You are still in primary, you are a father. You are in high school, you are a father. You cannot even manage to buy that pampers. You cannot manage to buy small things for your child. And that's why you see several people denying that relationship. They are actually saying that they cannot be responsible enough, and they knew very well what they were doing, what could be the end product of it. So, I would like to urge you that when you are in a relationship, just know that anytime anything can happen in that relationship. People are people, and they are going to remain to be people. We've given people our hearts. We've actually thought that at some point, these people are going to be someone who is more important in our life. But life is coming out with disappointment. Life is proving us otherwise than what we've actually been thinking about life. You've seen people who've entered a new relationship and they think that that is actually what they are supposed to be doing, without knowing that there are storms of life that are going to come. Love cannot be love until it gets into that level whereby it's going to find the storms, misunderstanding, differences, and you are supposed to live with those differences. If you are not going to learn to live with the differences of your partner, then there is no given point that you can live with that person without understanding the differences. You cannot make me to do what you want me to do as a spouse, as a partner. I'm not going to make you to do what I want you to do. When we understand one another, we coexist in that symbiosis kind of life, in that symbiosis relationship, in that mutual relationship whereby we allow people to be human. We allow people to do what they want to do. We don't force people to do what we want them to do. We allow them to be human, to make mistakes, and to do. Everybody has flaws in life. You cannot be perfect enough. And you cannot think that that person you are together, you are going to marry that person. That person you are going to waste time together, and at the end of it all, people will do their own things. I have realized that relationship and marriage are two different things. When you are in a relationship with someone, doesn't mean that you are going to marry that person. Relationship and marriage are two different things. So don't be surprised one day when you wake up and that person that you are dating right now is telling you that, let me go, I don't need you anymore. I have experienced those things in my life, but I have chosen that life must continue. Life should continue. It doesn't mean that you are going to stop life from going on. It will happen, and it will still going to happen. That's why even you see people who are married and they are divorcing. They are divorcing because they cannot understand one another. They cannot match the differences and bring neutral character between those differences that they are. When you see people living, it doesn't mean that they are happy. They have chosen to respect their differences. Many a times we find people, especially our ladies, I sympathize with them because what they are doing right now is that they have gone to town. They think that that is the place where they can get money without knowing that you are supposed to work for that money. They are saying that I need someone who is driving, I need someone who has money, I need someone, without knowing that that person who has money at some point struggled. There is someone who assisted that person to get that money. You need money and you don't have money. You need a car as a lady and you don't have a car of your own. I have seen in these social media people saying that if you need someone who is driving, ensure that what you are doing is that you are going to meet that person where you park your own car as a lady. Don't expect someone who has a car of his own to marry you and yet you don't have your own. So you ensure that you work hard, you work smart until you achieve your own success. And then now you can match that success that you have with the success that this person has. Don't go for money. Don't go for this sponsor. You should be ashamed enough to show your nakedness to someone who is an age mate of your grandfather. As ladies, sponsors. What is happening with the boy child right now? The boy child cannot find someone to marry because the sponsors have taken all of them. We don't have money as a boy child. Boy child cannot actually get all the legacies that the sponsors are giving you. But then at the end of the day, this sponsor is going to his own family. You are going to go back to this boy child that you want him to marry you, and you frustrate yourself. So ensure that at this time, when you still have enough time, ensure that you use that time enough. When you are still attractive, ensure that you make good decisions that are going to last forever, for posterity, that are going to take you to a level that you are going to enjoy life. Don't waste your time right now following people who have money, following people who have cars, following people who are living in mansions, until you are forgetting even your own home. You are slaying around, you are putting on makeups and forgetting your own home. Even when those people you are working together are going to tell you at some point, let us go to your home, you are going to shy off because you know that your home is one thing. So, what you are doing right now as ladies, ensure that it is matching with your home. What you are doing right now, ensure that you are doing things that you want, even your own, when you will be having your own children, that is girls, these girls should actually be doing what you are doing right now. Ensure what you are doing right now is what you would wish your child to do. What you are doing to that boy child, ensure that that is what you want your son to be done to. The karma is going to speak before, and you realize that what you are doing right now, you are planting a seed, and that seed is going to germinate. You cannot plant a seed today and expect that that seed is not going to germinate. That seed at some point is going to bear fruit. That seed at some point, it is going to give you better fruits. If you are sowing today a better seed, then in future you are going to reap a better fruit. So what you are doing right now, ensure that it is what you want to live in a life that is worth living. Don't live a life that you are just living because you are supposed to be living. Live a life worth living. Live a life that you even admire at your own point, that is actually keeping your dignity. Don't spoil your dignity. Don't lower your dignity to a level that is not supposed to be. Ensure that you keep your dignity to the standard that is supposed to be. Otherwise, for young people, that is my message today. Ensure that you practice. Ensure that the talk that we are talking, you are walking that talk. Don't talk the talk. As I am talking, Don't let us not talk that talk. Let us walk the talk and put it into practical so that we be better people in future. Otherwise, you will realize that if we are going to do this way, we are going to ruin the generations that are coming. There are no people who are going to show them example. There are no people who are going to mentor them. If actually all of us have messed up in this life, we should live up to the standards that is supposed to be. Otherwise, for young people, I wish you the very best. Even as we are enjoying this holiday, ensure that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. That is discipline. That is discipline. You are doing what is supposed to be done at the right time. Otherwise, ensure that you are found doing the right thing.